Hello everyone, my name's Philip Thomas. I'm the chairman of Cannes Lions, and thank you very much for having me here to say a few words. It was only a few years ago that we launched the SDG Lions at Cannes Lions in conjunction with the United Nations. And it was a Hispanic woman who brought us that idea and effectively made it happen, the legendary Claudia Edelman. It was Claudia who helped us to hone the whole thing. And now it's one of the most exciting and sought after Lions that we have. We have 17 categories in the SDGs, as you can imagine, one for every goal, of course. And all of the money that we make from the entries, the entry costs into the awards, is given to the winning Grand Prix idea. So we've managed to fund to the tune of several $1 million ideas like the Palau Pledge, which some of you might remember, and also the Lion's Share, which was about using animals in advertising. So what we do with the SDG Lions is we ask the international community to use their creative power to help the world become a better place. And there are 60 million Hispanics in the United States, and they are so creative. When we see what happened at Cannes over the last few years, we see the Hispanic community winning more and more Lions and entering more and more and showing the world how to tell those stories. The Hispanic community has so much power and is so important as a community. It represents growth, it represents youth, it represents excitement and creativity. And I suppose it also represents diversity and inclusion. Because when we look across the world right now, certainly the brands that I talk to and the companies that I talk to are putting diversity and inclusion right at the very heart of what they do. And the reason for that is that they've understood that minorities add so much value, and including people adds so much value to their offering. And certainly in the creative space, having inclusive environments where people can really turn up as themselves, we know from our data, from our factual data, that better creativity comes of that. It's especially important now, I think, in this COVID world that we're living in, because COVID has had a disproportionate impact on Hispanic and Black people in the USA. In fact, of course, it's had a disproportionate impact on Hispanic and Black women especially. So this is something that is truly at the heart of how we grow out of our current crisis, but also how we grow as a community and grow as businesses. And I congratulate everybody on the efforts of the Hispanic Star, because diversity and inclusion truly matters. But creativity is mainly about authenticity, and it's about storytelling. So I urge you to follow the example of those wonderful storytellers at Cannes Lions from the Hispanic community who've started to tell the authentic stories of the Hispanic community in the USA. Because the more authentic and the more real the stories are, the more embedded in true lived experience, the better the creativity is. And we've seen that time and time again. So help us to raise the profile of the Hispanic community, and let's all have an impact together through creativity. Thank you all very much.